Top of the morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If him Zuko was teleported. I know it says what if Deku teleported into a weird world, but yeah. So so yeah. So let's start things off. And I am adding Zoomy into this what if. So yeah. So yeah. And I'm also changing the Inco's is like stay at home mom to a scientist. Female scientist. So let's begin. Zuko and Zumi were born. And yeah, they were born so at age 3 they met their friends, and yeah, Momo and Todoroki. And so the yeah. So then at age of 4, the sorry. The yeah. So Zuko ends up having so at age of 4, the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk and she can become a hero. But the opposite to Zuko of him saying this: Zuko, you do not have a quirk. So okay. So then you can become a hero. So yeah. So then his mother was like, okay. So and she did experiment, or she was doing one experiment where here, hold on. Teleporter. So, yeah. So yeah, or machine. So so the sister of him, or no, actually, Inko was working on this machine. And by the way, I forgot to mention that it is the mix of My Hero Academia, Aliens vs. Predators, and the Stargate. So, yeah. And plus, you'll figure out the rest of the details. So, let's continue. So, yeah. Sorry if my voice is kind of bad and coughing a lot, because I have the like this thing, bronchitis. I have bronchitis in my chest. So yeah. So the endless cough. So besides me, so now let's jump back into the what if. So yeah, so then Inko Brian or no, Inko brings use English. Inko brings Zuko to work. And so Inko does bring her son to work and used him as a test subject for it. So the when Zuko went into a portal thing, he ends up getting teleported. Like he as a machine, you know that how in Stargate that machine went out? Well, it went out, but it grabbed Zuko and pulled him in before. So he ends up getting teleported. And Inko doesn't know where he just got to. So he went on to this weird, it's called a weird world. Where everything, like, he lands in a, so he looks around, he sees a humanoid creatures. He walks around for a bit, but he stumbles on a lookalike of a xenomorph, but it has eyes and fur, and it's not scrawny as a actual xenomorph. It came from a different species. But I also forgot to mention aliens or the xenomorphs in this wacky one is completely different. Instead of having the opportunity to like putting like their children's inside of people, well, they were attacking people with their tails or anything. This is the alternate. This is the alternate version where they're more nicer and speaks clear as in any language. So he learns how to survive with the predators and he meets a lot of creatures and he learns to, but so yeah. So but the portal gave him special powers. He already had special powers before, but this is the third one called adapting, evolving quirk. Or actually, it gave him an actual quirk instead of a power. So he learns a lot about creatures from this world, from this weird world. So let's go back to the normal world and check on them for a while. So Inko was a little bit happy that her son is gone, but Asashi was upset because as the one that Asashi did not care if he was quirkless or quirked person. So, yeah. Basically, and then Zumi goes down the same thing what the canon version of My Hero Academia thing. Like, she gets one for all, and yeah. So then So, yeah. She hangs out with Todoroki because Momo is upset because she doesn't see Zuko as a friend. Momo sees Zuko as her own boyfriend, like husband. Yeah. So, yeah. And please make sure to, yeah. So Zuko ends up. So now let's get back into that weird world. I'm going back and forth. So Zuko was surviving off the land. He learns how to speak every language, and he learns how to speak the Predator's language, the Xenomorph, like peaceful lords, and every species. Without, and they all respect him. So, yeah. So, it's been, and he does meet a chef. Then, yeah. He does meet a chef and learns how to cook properly. And, yeah. So, basically, So, he learns how to hunt. He learns how to make peace with other species. And he can talk like them. So, and plus in the weird world that he's in, time moves faster. Like, every second on Earth is like, to the weird world, is, or actually, every second on, this world is like a year. So Zuko builds himself a portal, as he goes, because he has his mother's intelligence. Or actually, when Zuko was doing the cliff thing, like looking for rare minerals. He did find 4, but his foot slipped and he's fallen to his death. As he... Wait, what? As he falls unconscious. Or actually, he teleported. And as he... And guess to where? And, yeah. He fell onto All for One. Because it was All Might versus All for One. And All Might was down and... Or no. Yeah. All Might was down. All for One was about to finish him. Any last words? As All Might, before All Might says anything, as Zuko just lands right on top of his head. And he basically looked like Aang, or his size, because in the weird world, he was like a normal size one. Like his... or he... Give me a minute to find the... I'm trying to find that stupid drawing tricks. Oh, here it is. This is when... It was during the time skip. Zuko's body became a more buffed up man. And he had like long hair. He basically looked like the Justice League Unlimited man, where I'm trying to find the stupid image. And in the in the future. So he kind of looks like that. Here. He kind of looks like that with a beard, and he had super long hair. And he does have marks all over his body. As, yeah. So from being in that world. And when he fell, when he fell out of the weird world into the normal world, and he landed right on All for One's head. he literally fell on top of his head. And he wasn't the... he was not... he wasn't wearing a mask or that ridiculous breathing thing. He was in his prime. So, yeah. So he fell, or so Zuko fell on All for One's head, or back of his head. And he lands. That was a abrupt ending. As he gets up, dusts himself off. Sorry, dude. Alright, guy. Yeah. You know why? So, Zuko. Who looks like what Superman from the, like, when he went into the future thing, and when he was in that. So and you know how, like, in the canon, All Might, he destroys the, like, the face thing, like the entire All Might's, or All for One's face. Well, Zuko's lands right on his face. Like, crashed with his, like, yeah. As he says, "Woo, sorry, dude. Man, I really killed the guy." As he's, like, trying to... As... let's say Zumi got captured. As... before. And, yeah. But when she walks up, she could feel the aura. Oh. And she asks him who he is. And he says, "Oh, you're curious about me. I'm Zuko Midoriya." As the... I'm going to save this image because I don't want to feel like going back and forth. So, yeah. Shark faces. As everyone was shocked. Like, they could not believe this guy... as Todoroki knew who Zuko was. "Zuko, is that really you?" "Huh? Yeah, it's me." "But how did you get so dang big?" The... hold on one second. As he pulls out a knife, as he cuts All for One's sides open, as he grabs the heart. I'm gonna save that for lunch. And he grabs the quirk, and guess which quirk he grabbed? The yellow, the wild pussycat yellow. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't really know what to do. Not red, yellow. Yeah, her. So, and so Zuko grabs her quirk and walks over and puts it and puts it back in her body. Yeah. So then he pulls out, or after he did that, he walks away. As he pulls out the all for one's heart and starts eating it. And as everyone's like, here, My Hero Academia grossed out faces. So every single person looks right at Zuko with a disgusting look. As he grabs the rest of All for One's dead body, as he starts eating him. As blood dripping from his face. And yeah. As he's like, huh. Yeah. And Zuko, because Zuko's power doesn't allow him to gain any other like quirks that are like, say, All for One's quirk was obliterated in an instant. So yeah, so Zuko had blood literally going down his front of his shirt. And yeah. So All for One is now unalive. And inside, like, basically got killed. And now his, like, insides and outsides is now inside Zuko's stomach. As Inko that was watching, or actually everyone was watching, but Zuko was, so all of them were like puking out and being scarred. As the Asashi, he wanted Zuko back, but since he believes that Zuko was still alive, and he just proved it. And then so Zuko, when he got home, or when he's like, shows up, as Inko, as everybody's like, they're scarred for life because of Zuko. And yeah. So when Zuko came to the house, Inko, she knew it was Zuko, her son. And he says, as he walks away, so his mother hugs him from the side because she knew that there was blood. And so Zuko says, I'll explain it after I get after the shower. So then he jumps into shower, cleans, he gets cleaned up, and many things happen during that time period. Yeah. So Zuko comes out and he explains as Class 1A showed up before. As Zuko sat down, he does have his clean clothes on before. So, yeah. So then he tells the whole story about after he got teleported to this weird world full of weird looking monster creatures things and yeah, and I learned so much from it. And the so yeah, that's why I have an animal like instinct thing. He does clean up before, he did shave his face. I should do that right now or after this video. So yeah, so he went from looking like this one to looking more like back to himself. So yeah. So let's see how long this video took. Not that long. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. So the time skip, and Momo can't believe that Zuko, her beloved Zuko, was, and funny enough, the company that Inko worked for was actually Momo's company. So yeah. So when she did that, and yeah. And so Momo tells him, because she did not care if why. So Momo finally tells him that she's still in love with him, and yeah. So he gets married and had 4 children. One of them that you already saw. Her. Because she inherits the she inherits the Zuko's wild side thing, but she still loves her father, and respects him. And the other one is her. So yeah, they had 4 kids. So basically, 2 girls, 2 boys. So yeah. So this is the and she gains Zuko's powers. Because yeah. And yeah. Of Zero. So she basically has the powers of Zero, and the Sun has the powers of Infinity, And their third son looks almost like her father, or it looks like Zuko, but with like two separate eye colors on there. And yeah, uh, the yeah. So yeah, and all four of them respects their father and their mothers, and yeah, and the fourth one was actually gains or inherits like Momo's and Zuko's quirks, called creation or creation of humans. So yeah, because actually, yeah. Sorry. So now this is gonna be the end of the what if. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all. Peace.